Mame fa na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Farouk, uko ya wote is allegation that we can substantiate. That is the former minister, sanitation, Sika. Yes, Eguni demo Ghana force. Hey, Sika we were Ghana. Just after that, in the scientists some for crowd court or presidential staffer. Or no, so no, wapake $114,000. Aguni fee. No, so on the cry that's what court. I'm on also a kofa. Allegations upon allegations. They do a court today and they interim cast allegations. What is answer we say now? Shed the SC Africa countries we are as an international diplomatic consultant. Then and about our dream first.
Top radio. First of all, sanitation minister, Madam Dapaah, and the matters are lazy. He said, it is not about the money sitting in the house is the issue, but it's about the principle behind keeping the money in your house, i.e., if it is genuine or properly acquired money. Because what we are told, and the government even encourages Obian to come to bank to enable the banks to have commercial access to the money and do their transactions and earn some money. If not anything at all, crime go for your bank and the purpose of the money to be in circulation is not just to be kept at home. And so on that principle, it even defeats the purpose. I'm fine say at the level of a state minister at that level, for this can be true fee. How the money came about and what kind of money it is. Now, we are not in China. It is very weak, in my view, on the part say, assuming say state minister, I will say Sikano Edanide. Na Sikano Ibiaira. Analytically, to me, it is not even justified. Say Sikana Yachre the corporates and now say suspects in the case, they are spending. It doesn't come anywhere closer to the amount now. Yes, I know. So it means say that quantum of that 1 million and changing, meaning a right. And I say, only been a yetima country, be and be among boyfriends, the Akano says it can wait. Now, so any jurisdiction of the world, and I'm referring not to the Western or the Europe, I'm referring even to the case of Africa. A case scenario like country be to say Namibia or Botswana. How a state minister could go to police station and make a report or file a report, say, Missy Kaira, she herself wouldn't have returned home to begin with. And that was not the case in ours. If it was in European jurisdiction, and the protection would not have gone, say, even your friend is a report. Now, Abefi, rather, no, and can suspectedly in US can, they will be under the protection of the law and use them as a witness against the Mamin. Is that the case of ours? No. And see, even some of the questions some of us would ask and say, in the police records, the police mandated, in terms of references, how do they, or till today, unique guiding principles says such a circumstances? It does not necessarily mean say what Babaya report, and for that matter, woman could not be held accountable and responsible for your actions and inactions in this matter. Say be a one Kasabe report. Me assure you, Misa say, Mama, Sikana Ifri, Union accountability.
That was the first question. Me bisa me who say CID for no boy yes our case no mumu bia so no wetin bisa and say also kra me ntwa wa no asem why that money is sitting in your house.
Because say the laws of the land, the laws of Ghana, Constitution of Ghana, it only encourages and it protects the rich, it protects the executives, it protects the parliamentarians, it protects opinion leaders, it protects popular people, celebrities, etc. And a larger extent, when we can them, here for the voiceless, or the law does not protect them. Either than that, so if in this case, baby to say anywhere, and I've mentioned countries like even South Africa, I've mentioned countries like Botswana, Namibia, I've mentioned countries Rwanda, and some of these countries, says a crime, in my view, it's not a crime. They hold you the suspected thieves, but rather who has the money. Now, young friend on check where and how the money came into the house. This is kind of they are picking from a certain time up to that time, and then once at a go. Case 1 year to how did the money come in? The kids and now the girls involved are your friends who women are suspected thieves in this regard. The intimate intimate country beer and the police hearing and Kawafro estimate the tracking and tracing and then accountability of who brought the money. Sebi, $1 million. Sebamina and the baby and the Danny bag him or the Bukokam. And now, sorry, a house at Nahasgas woman a pejadikusio. They would have known and noticed the people on the back, and those people should be used as star witnesses in the case, not rather the suspects as being the case. They should have been used as star witnesses. The police, Mami will say, some American cowboy was uncomfortable TP. Yadoma contact California be about 20 states outside. At their command baby a dominant Gianetti, I'm an Insuan who Jari, Yaman perfume here besides one car, him for the Baho.
For more information.
They would have told them how the money came into existence. And now, and no money, sir, it's okay. In Tiemisa said, Martin, shamefully, I'm sorry, without any missing words. Some politicians, some lawyers, some people of state, they suppose or they know better. Of laws are a guide and also laws of other jurisdiction. It say justifiably scam it is sad. Nobody says won't mean ye raising money. But we are here raising money as if I'm passing under the bed you keep one a year so we Ghana law. So confess the power from gifts, crowding no former. The police law requires you to go and then make even a declaration, and then even so the first cannot see the 2 year we pay duty or tax on it. We are see amount. Nepacho a year that country Ghana taxes and they are affecting an it is affecting a year or Genesis and we're changing $1. And now that particular year is can if you buy no $1 and go for tree and I will ask questions. Now okay. A bit here in euros. Until now, as we speak, see this, they are saying. In another development,
before you proceed, meaning sir, be a menoka say, now Mekasa Farouk 2 can buy watch me be a $100,000. Meaning sir quickly, GRU for the tax room, on by rush me, Abba budget tax room, and your sanity.
I know you, and I'm sure say, case we buy Minty GRE deal.
Yes, almost yes, cardias or mojetax.
And I'm sure say, and GRE a station hall. And a year any $1 million, say, and you're pushing for a gigu, a you, saving box in a bank in a koji because Kumasi. In typical case scenario, a year billboard so say any baswa a bank for the baggy scan or Masha Tadia Kama bank uniform, Ayu Kama, Agiscan from the Cobank. And to only dear a bushing for Nancy, Friday, Saturday, burial Saturday, accountability, a party on Sunday, family, accounts on a Monday, into that Monday, no, that money. But of course, any day, me sure say, Mamina Kasa and Haka. Say a name speculatively no a amount for any communicators they trying to justify and support the action is look also what is not right is not right, what is not fair it is not fair, because some of us were of the position say a country any yeshe, any develop. Now, 66 years post independence, we have this kind of argument. Now, say, Obi to me only up, and Kasa Ampa, a beer, radio and Kayi, and she say Natia, and Tigana for Beshase, Sisikano Mageno, yes, I dear manager coffee. You cannot legalize illegality because the crime is not about the person who stole the money. It is a canipana in US scanner. It means that and such an amount, is under the same commercial money that the commercial banks need for the operations. In your name, ayo mamini denya media. In Tiale no fanko, now fanko to now was such a massive money. It doesn't rest on the fact, say, it didn't say, oh, they say, no, we're resigning and they bust up the whole case. It is not the case. Lawyers in Ghana, it is not the case. Argumentators, it is not the case. That is not right. Let us condemn it is not right. Look, it brings into question. You can't beat the game with God. Because, say, in 2012, 2016, no, 2012, thereabout, you been a certain Victoria Hammer. Just a mere conversation, just a mere talking. Funny say, me team na yen da na say na nhu kwa na to na odi agro. She incidentally, surprisingly got my brother, a man record on a family member. We're in this country. And yes, what is go analysis crown, analysis cash and pass it. You and I know very well what actually took place in this country with regards to a choir study. That time, then in opposition, MPP said we should deal with the issue. What is not right is not right. The young girl, the young lady was crucified. It has ended her career, not only politically, has start ending a career in looking for a job in the future. Because whenever you trigger her name, what comes out say a $1 million scandal. You crucify no. Now we did at the highest extent say a physical cash. Now even how can even you and I you bet my validate say I am $1 million? How did she count it? How did she count it? And that's on when you was she no packing any 1 million. I will not support saying Kranunku. But then I have my reservations and the questions to ask. Say, is it normal? Say, we be to me a minister of state. Now upon now defi. Say you have such an amount and are they it is not right. It is not right. And those who say issue we say no. You end up becoming like so because at the end of the day, we know me say case we say it will end nowhere.
A foolish case, because
yes, a foolish case.
Your friend
is already a stupid case. A stupid case in the case is the police officer at the receiving end of the complaints has the one interest, and they say complainant is right, and the accused comes to cells because there's a complainant. And we have pre-colonial time, medieval period of the Ghana policing, post pre-colonial, and a near yes idea. Inti first, so Obakare Papa Munu, Obibo Wasuma, wa Obedika police station, one of and that is the case of this particular scenario. Has the state Martin said a special OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor. Also, we know your interview 2-3 years ago when your friend is saying the first OSP was your friend, Mr. Matiamido.
Yeah.
Also, me catch you say, Akokoba, Pokisera, chicken baby.
Mekai.
Do you understand? The very day they created the office. Because he is the office of the special prosecutor, call him the judge. He is not an investigator himself. He is to prosecute. Who will investigate for him? It's not that the same police investigator. So not an investigating team. It cannot surpass the police investigation team, the CID, and for that matter, the National Investigation Committee, and the NACO, BNI, the former BNI, your intelligence community, the military, intelligence, military, only investigative body. And to say OSP, or no, the National Executive Commissioner, executive officer of the OSP, find a man investigative, product, investigative tool may be useful. Is it different from the police standards media? Then where would it end? Because the office in your court. We are beside their court. So what is that double standards with that OSP? So we know the case number. OSP, you have Attorney General, you have Police CID, you have National Investigation Body, you have this, you have that, you have that. About 8 investigative bodies running and operating our country from Ghana into OSP, and then partner by a special assignment. Fine what dinner at 2. Fine what dinner court as succeeded.
Years after introduction of special prosecutor,
budget. Every day they are changing their office. Every day they are changing their chairs. Any your friend is saying unnecessary alarm that they raised to put fears at the end of the day, knowing very well said that jurisdiction that they are operating, anywhere they are operating with, they themselves know say let's weigh the contest between the Attorney General and then OSP, who weighs higher and under which. Where your office under the office of the president, because a special presidential initiative, YATI, what about the Attorney General work? Vis-a-vis the police, vis-a-vis the national, the national investigation, whatever, the BNI. What he said, we are only running on the duplicated bills, customized bills. Unnecessary bills accumulation, raising offices to just only to showcase say BB Koso, whereas we know say BB and Timmy and Koso, because say how do we refer such a case to OSP? The same case is pending before the police. The same case will be referred to the Attorney General for recommendation or direction. And to find a treaties our case with.
My memo example, in presidential staff are then secretary to interministerial committee, Charles Bisiu. CID are investigating every acleno. Now OSP so after say or investigating and here and there panicking. Causing fear and panicking in our system. Ubaka say we have about 8 bodies investigative case with Kruma say the creation of OSP is useless and I say okay for the nation.
Baba, you may choose the word useless. I will choose the word irrelevant. I will choose the word irrelevant. It makes absolutely no common sense in my view. A country, we have a problem. A country, we are bedeviled with a kind of cost in running government. Cost of running government. We have that cost. Now what to take commissions? Yatiti commissions, Yatiti officers, investigative body, Yati commission. Everything that happens in this Ghana, we have a commission. Office of the Special Prosecutor, Yati. But tell me, say, only Attorney General find a higher. Only police IGP or the CID head of CID boss find a higher. Only Yoko boss find a higher. Only BNR boss find a higher. And tell me the difference. Let's look at their terms of references, the TORs of all these bodies. There will be a difference. At the end of the day, also you'll be amazed. The same threshold, the same standards, the same terms of references, same terms of references. And without making either Bisu or Cecilia Dapaah or whoever that the person is. I'm saying, say, is it right? Is it right? So in another breath, we operate a different angle. Is it right in operate of another angle? As I mentioned in the case, it was just a common talk show. agro no di anase fane say me ho na atani no di nkomo. You jeopardize the life of the person. And the person who has the money in the back pocket, nobody can come and tell me. Nobody can defend. Said the Nkofor tried to do and say, oh yeah, na ye no nsa kan sika na mu ha na ne brother wu ye say no brother wu a and first can man me ye ne mai.
And at top radio.
And I yes anete.
Yes mo and our brother you would ya say. And the
brother wu a say first can man ye ne mai.
O mi abampo na wa and the papa your bonus up.
Now, are you listening?
And at top
I'll be sent. Me, you know, in my position. I never engage in any politics. Because no political party can take off me. And never would I come to anybody for a contract or anything. And I'm in Papa and Biaho. So I speak my mind. Sure. I speak like a Ghanaian and I speak for Ghanaians. Are you getting me? In the case of NDC, His Excellency John Mahama, when you vote when I'm on command, won't you? So this is what Al-Wahab is saying. What was the justification of sacking Vicky Hammer? What was it? What was the justification of the rushing by the NDC sacking the young girl? They should look at this event. Where do also know are resigning? Does it end up there? Physically, I won't call it to say, well, we're doing the reveal physically caught. Because we cannot even talk about the quantum of the amount. She cannot even produce evidences of how that money got into her house. She cannot tell me what the euro was doing in her house and the period when the money was sent in there. And within with timelines, and then Crown Chichi is kind of 150,000. It was twice I see 10 cry say. Seriously, when did she become an estate management?
Lawyer Nekasa no.
When did she become a real estate? This is Cecilia Dapaah. Has she ever said, we're a real estate manager and an agent, not on land? And you are talking about people who are supposed to tell the country, who are supposed to interpret and analyze analytically the laws of the land. And they are strongly defending because it is a certain Cecilia Dapaah involved. But when it is a certain Vicky Hammer there, or only during a conversation, and no moment your west. And this is for Namuko Yi Sa Files, in figure Nijini so. Only freedom. Also, this matter is a bullshit case. It will end nowhere. Case in your way. Also, who goes to Yesusano, almost fair and be. Now the day is over. So who could school Kumasana to be?
Now the day is over. Yes.
Yeah, the night is done, whatever. And she said, Moko Assembly next year to Sanyum na. Osu Yapon.
You cry no be a fan bag.
What a bag now?
Some say yeah to no be a fan bag.
Osu Sana case we are here.
Most of our first come on for every December.
I also disagree. You see, in the face and in the eyes of the law, some of these things, we call it legal gymnastics, is not relevant. It's not relevant. Maybe I'm here and cry with lawyer. The real destiny of the case is not part of invitation to treat. Who is the car to her? Now crying a con with Scandinavia. On the problem of Papa who know Ibia, okay, say one more lawyer no just say yes, so illegal gymnastics and local court because I'm crying for Bibia. Yes, I'm crying so mafa. What do you say? I'm crying so Bibia to die. Bibia say, what do you say? Those are not relevant. The real punch of the case is that Sabi on your Pope John Paul, Unyan Kwana didn't cut in Skaho and the Daho. And when you say we state official and woman no netty and no house helps. The argument is that so a house help and we have comfort that and continent now over these years. And what does it mean? Sikano so to say unquine. And I said to say you are for him. Also, not an old lawyer and identity. And attempted. We have can good them from time or year, you know.
Na me ka say enya house help bia na kuta adwen bone omo hwe the rate sikata abafie ho nkoma mudi fa ho wo ade we say fa kra nkosi because ade no kra we say
why na mesima busa say enkra no if it were to be in the case of any jurisdiction, loss, system here, Juma, and Kenkran should be protected rather than they being defeated by the system. Because the beti match for this canaba. And Krana the pages can educate Oman the code deposit, Oman the biom de co. It's so sudden, it's very sad. And then a lawyer so no cano. Lawyer never can am a case, abaya tin say and craning fire, yes. Because Ghana law, shameful law that our judicial system nimuni say guilty or not guilty. We are guilty near the sentence amount. If you are not guilty, remand. And no lawyer no because say, okay, my clients are not guilty. And to remand the crime for mom number and bail or court. And yet that's the system. It's a shameful system.
Very well.
In the year 2023.
Next 30 minutes. Anyway, if indeed, say we may Farouk na neka. If indeed, say sikana ye sika GRA ye frame say monko ho na monko bi se muna monje tax e more minor. $1 million 300 something euros enye sika ketwa ye nya tax wo so a ebeboa. So GRA Misha die ono nkrofo ye frame say muntu anamo emfa home.
But you also Arsenal Treska 2 cities, Kumasi, Dubai, Cape Menka, Fan Central region, how no bonds are 2 to 3 cities. Obons are 3 cities, Fante region. Yebi or Kunfu, a Kunfi, Obi bonds are 5 cities. Regina Hodgen, you receipt. But your receipt book no way.
Say a baby, say, Momunko be a receipt book.
Receipt book could be any baby.
Dedi kama mamena Pendream TV ase. Now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Pendream TV.